And there's Plan Ahead. Beacon's Rest Easy policy helps you to do just that. Rest Easy is a policy that offers you a payment upon your death or the death of any covered family member that can be used to offset post-mortem expenses. For as little as 75 cents per day, you can ensure that your expenses are covered. Call Beacon at 440-4447 and sign up for the Rest Easy plan today.
Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
These have been tough times, and we could all use a helping hand to get through this period. GUT Credit Union gives you the opportunity to do just that without a worry. What are you looking forward to? A relaxing staycation? Brand new appliances or devices? Consolidating your debt to get more money in your pocket? Not a member? No worries. Come in and find out how you too can make the most of this offer. Or visit us today. Yes, you can have a brighter Christmas season with GUT Credit Union. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Tuesday, December 15th, 2020. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. In the headlines, information void as Health Ministry fails to provide update on COVID-19 tests. 30 people placed in quarantine on the Sister Isle. Government accused of double standards in the wake of COVID cluster at Sandals. Trade unions tell the government no workers should lose wages or suffer any loss because they are put out of work following Sandals' COVID-19 scandal. Health Ministry says claims of people getting ill because of mosquito infestation at Mangay Housing Complex are untrue. And Roland Bola is back where he started with a vow to add value to the senatorial discourse. In around the globe, St. Lucia gets COVID tracking app. Coming up in sports, West Indies dismissed in second test against New Zealand for 317. Details right after this message.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Despite the situation we now face, one thing is for certain. We will get through this together. As much as we are a part of your community, you are a part of who we are. Let's take care of each other during this time, as we always do. And soon, we know that with the dawn of that new day, all of this will be over, and our land will once again be healed. In the meantime, stay safe. Know that we're here for you. Quartz, bringing value home.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The Ministry of Health seems to have encountered a slowing down of its testing or reporting mechanisms. After promising a status update on tests which were in train from last Saturday because of the COVID outbreak at Sandals, there still is no word on the latest counts. Our newsroom checked with several health officials, but from every angle, mum has been the word. No update is available. GBN has been told that although the ministry reported in a press conference on Sunday that just over 200 samples were submitted to the General Hospital and a testing unit at the St. George's University, it is possible that more than 400 samples are at the labs. One source said that the number was bound to increase because of the intense contract tracing exercise. Yesterday, the electricity company Grenlec announced that one of its staff had been exposed, and as a result, it was forced to scale back operations at 2 departments. The car dealership McIntyre Brothers confirmed reports that one of its staff members had come into contact with someone who had tested positive. Reports were also in circulation that a bar in the south of the island announced its closure because its guests could have potentially been exposed. It said that it closed its doors in the interest of public safety and keeping its commitment to always being a socially responsible company. The Ministry of Health's failure to provide updates yesterday and today have come into sharp focus, with some questioning whether it is avoiding providing what could be unsavory news to the public. Some media practitioners have pointed to recent episodes where COVID-19 cases surfaced in the country and that these were only dispatched to the media after newscasts were aired or on the weekends. Media workers liken this to the strategy used by political operators in the U.S. who operate on the theory that weekend news cycles do not carry as much energy as those generated during the week. Carriacou once prided itself as COVID-19 free, but that could be changing. Nearly 36 people are in quarantine at the Sister Isle. This follows reports that an associate of Sandals employee who tested positive visited the Sister Isle. Beverly Telesford reports.
During GBN's Beyond the Headlines program on Monday, a question was directed to health officials on the panel concerning reports that a number of individuals on the Sister Isle Carriacou are said to be in quarantine due to possible COVID-19 exposure. Dr. Sean Charles, Acting Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, confirmed that this is indeed factual and the Health Ministry is monitoring the situation.
Yes, I am aware that there are a number of individuals who are in quarantine as a result of potential exposure that is linked to this cluster that we are presently investigating.
This comes as no surprise, as on Sunday, Health Minister Nicholas Steele said the entire Tri-Island is under the microscope surrounding the cluster of COVID-19 cases originating from Sandals Resorts.
We are a small island nation, and in dealing with a pandemic like this, and the fact that we freely move throughout our island, it is the entire Tri-Island that is on alert right now. We don't think we have the luxury to identify a parish, town, or village in this instance, but let's look at it as Carriacou, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
A health official in Carriacou, who asked not to be identified, told GBN it has been confirmed so far that over 30 people have been identified through contact tracing and asked to self-quarantine while contact tracing continues.
As of tonight, you must get some things done by 10 o'clock and no later. There goes the late night cravings. And for the next 7 days, there will be no mass funerals as obtained in the last 10 weeks. That's because the government is implementing new measures to curb the spread of COVID-19. This announcement came during the Prime Minister's address to the nation last evening after a cluster of 30 COVID-19 cases were confirmed at Sandals Resort. Let's hear more on the new rules from GBN's Chrislyn John.
Yet another blow has been dealt to businesses and entertainment hotspots as restrictions go into effect from 10 p.m. Tuesday. It was a much looked forward to Christmas season to capitalize on a few extra dollars lost during the extended lockdown period. However, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, during his national address Monday night, says health is more than a few dollars.
Therefore, effective December 15, 2020, all social gatherings, including weddings and funerals, will be restricted to 10 persons. Permission must be sought for any additional numbers. It is recommended that all sporting, cultural, and community-based events should be postponed for the next 7 days. Furthermore, also effective December 15th, business operation must cease at 10 p.m., except for those businesses that offer essentials services. Daytime operations will continue as normal. Therefore, there is no need to engage in panic buying, exposing ourselves unnecessarily to situations that can enable the potential spread of that disease. Restaurants should provide only takeaway service, and public transportation will stop at 10 p.m., except where authorized by the Commissioner of Police to transport essential workers.
Prime Minister Mitchell reiterated that his preference is not another lockdown of the country. However, this will depend on the level of compliance and cooperation from the general public. The recent cluster signals that it cannot be business as usual.
Our level of compliance with the new regulations will determine our next course of action. That is, whether or not we have to escalate those measures. Government, therefore, appeals for the full cooperation of all concerned. A nationwide shutdown is not a preferred option. We must all work together to avoid this. It is important that we continue to maintain the balance between protecting lives and saving livelihoods without having to resort to another period of lockdown. Therefore, government has identified a number of short-term adjustments to the COVID-19 protocols to enable healthcare officials to intensify their surveillance, monitoring, and all other necessary actions to prevent the situation from escalating.
The Prime Minister assured the nation that the present situation is alarming, but is under control. 13 persons in a single household have tested positive with the virus, which according to the PM could be replicated or based on the number of staff infected. To date, over 400 people have been tested, with some results still pending. The country now has 40 active cases, with the possibility of that number increasing. Chrislyn John, GBN News.
The COVID cluster at Sandals Resort has left many uneasy, and one unit that has stepped forward to express its dissatisfaction is the Grenada Trades Union Council. The unions want government and Sandals to take full responsibility for the outbreak. We have another dispatch from Chrislyn John.
The Grenada Trades Union Council is also laying blame at the feet of government and Sandals for the country's latest cases of COVID-19. The council is asking whether Sandals was allowed to accept guests without the necessary tests and clearance being carried out, whether workers were allowed to interact with those guests, and the full extent of the protocol under which Sandals was expected to function in this pandemic. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell admits that Sandals Resort has failed in applying the recommended protocols, which led to the outbreak of what is described as a cluster, and promises to take decisive action.
While we empathize with the hotel staff and the affected families first and foremost, we have also taken immediate steps to address the situation. The COVID-19 committee has directed the Ministry of Health to convene an urgent meeting with the owners of Sandals Grenada. Obviously, there was a breakdown in the hotel's application of the recommended protocols. And while we seek to determine the exact nature of this breakdown, we must, as a government, enforce the law where breaches have been determined. We have already committed to revisiting the protocols under which hotels operate to ensure that all necessary measures are taken to protect the health and safety of employees.
The GTUC is of the view that no worker, nor the dependents, nor anyone impacted should suffer any loss as a result of this careless and callous development. No worker, nor the dependent, nor anyone impacted should suffer any loss of income, nor they should have to bear the cost of any medication or the cost of transportation. The GTUC demands that Sandals and the government of Grenada provide the necessary counseling that will be required. Minister for Health, Nicholas Steele, spoke on the immediate action taken by his ministry in dealing with the present situation and those impacted.
Sanders has been given instructions to immediately commence operations and moving their guests off island, diverting all other guests who are coming to Grenada to other facilities or cancelling their trips, so that we can focus purely on our people. That has been a priority, so I do not have an answer to the question on the guests as to when they came in. I have been, and the entire health team has been focusing on the Grenadian people working at that facility as well as their families.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
The government is being accused of having double standards. The accusations are being leveled by members of the public as they analyze the upheaval caused by the COVID cluster at the Sandals Resort. Some persons have questioned the government's decision to allow the all-inclusive resort to continue its operations, although there have been more than 30 confirmed cases emanating from the property. This has been juxtaposed against what transpired at Caribbean Agro Industries when a case was discovered there.
With the emergence of 26 new COVID-19 cases linked to the Sandals Resort, many Grenadians are asking for the hotel to be closed. This has been a common sentiment as a similar fate was bestowed upon other businesses on the island, such as the Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, which was closed in April when 4 employees tested positive for COVID-19. The question was posed to the Minister of Health, Nicholas Steele, by a caller on Monday night's Beyond the Headlines program.
Yes, I want to ask the Minister why Sandals is not closed. Other institutions were closed in the past and they have a couple of cases, or even one case they were closed. So why isn't Sandals closed now?
In his response, Minister Steele said the difference between the two situations is that the ministry is aware of the source of the transmissions which occurred at the Sandals Resort,
where we did not have any importation, any people coming in, staying at Caribbean Agro. We did not have individuals working at Caribbean Agro who had recently traveled in also. That was why we had taken that drastic measure. In this instance, we know that that Sandals is and all of our hotels are receiving individuals who are coming in from areas where there is a high percentage of COVID-19 in the communities, and therefore we know what the source is.
When another viewer asked if the hotel would be closed eventually for sanitization, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles said that there is no need for the hotel to be closed.
We are not recommending that Sandals close. We are recommending that whatever happens has to be done safer and maybe to a different standard. Right? This is what our recommendation is. Sandals is quite a big property, and I'm sure in a phased manner they can achieve the same goal of sanitizing regions without having to close.
Minister Steele said arrangements have been made for specific Sandals employees to be kept at the hotel, while all other employees are transported to the hotel's testing facilities by Sandals, then transported home where they are requested to self-isolate until the results are received. Trelana Charles, GBN News.
More COVID news. Former opposition leader Michael Batiste is calling on the Grenada Bar Association to intervene and assist people affected by the recent COVID cluster in taking legal action against Sandals and the government of Grenada. Batiste is blaming the government and the resort for what he claims is negligence.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, so says Michael Batiste, former opposition leader. He blames government and the Ministry of Health for setting double standards as it relates to COVID-19 protocols. He outlined the procedures for returning nationals on entrance into the country, while according to him, persons booked for Sandals does not go through the same procedure. Batiste, who came from abroad on Saturday, spoke to GBN via Zoom from his home quarantine, noting strongly that Grenadians should not be blamed for the present situation.
The Prime Minister's address last night seem to be blaming the Grenadian people for the negligence of the government of Grenada, the Ministry of Health. The government has established 2 different protocols. They are fast-tracking guests going to Sandals, and whereas other guests, they're placing them in quarantine and requiring them to do all the necessary protocols. Then to the government of Grenada, you cannot have 2 sets of protocols, one for locals and one for visitors. It is the negligence and the double standard that caused us to see that spike in the pandemic.
From the cluster of 30 COVID cases, 13 people in one household tested positive. Batiste begs the indulgence of the Grenada Bar Association to intervene and offer their legal assistance.
Also calling on the Bar Association, you must go into Post Royal. The one families, struggling families, who no fault of their own, are infected today as a result of government and Sandals' negligence. I am asking the Bar Association to go to these people, help them, because in my opinion, they have a valid case against the government and Sandals.
He chastised Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell for his failure to apologize to the infected workers and their families.
Unsuspecting workers at Sandals, it's no fault of their own, they're infected, and they should be compensated. And that is why I'm saying that when the Prime Minister came on last night, he showed no remorse over his negligence, he and the Minister of Health. What he was doing now is putting Grenadians under more pressure. There are people are trying to do their little hustle to make ends meet. He's now blaming the Grenadian people and putting them under more pressure, more quarantine, more protocols as a result of he and Minister Nicholas Steele negligence.
Chrislyn John, GBN News.
Very passionate. This is Network News. Just ahead, government dismisses claims that a mosquito breeding site exists at the Mungay Chinese housing complex. Stay with us.
The 61st annual meeting of shareholders of Grenada Electricity Services Limited will be held virtually on Zoom as well as at the Grenada Trade Center Annex on Thursday, 17 December at 10:30 in the a.m. Given the risk of COVID-19, shareholders are strongly encouraged to attend the meeting virtually and submit a proxy for voting. In keeping with COVID-19 protocols, limited seating is available for in-person attendees. To reserve a seat or for information, please call Grenlec at 237 extension 312.
Christmas in Grenada plus Flow equals a tablet for your family. Get a Samsung A7 tablet for only $80 when you add your mobile to your home services bundle. Save 30% on your mobile bill and spend the holidays connected with faster internet speeds. Call us today at 1-800-804-2994 and sign up.
Christmas safety tips. Always unplug Christmas tree lights before leaving home or going to sleep. Check your tree lights and outdoor lights for damage each year before you use them. Discard lights with frayed wires, loose connections, and cracked sockets. Do not overload your wall outlets or extension cords. Remind children never to touch lights or outlets. Select lights appropriately. Never use indoor lights outside or vice versa. Happy holidays from Grenlec.
The Food Fair offers quality foods at affordable prices. Now, with our improved web store, you can make all your purchases from the comfort of your home. It's so simple, easy to log in and navigate, safe and secure transactions, and a quick checkout. All your grocery needs at your fingertips. Convenient and reliable. Food Fair, where you can fill your baskets without emptying your pockets.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. Low interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Christmas is happening at Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
It's Waggity Super Sunday! Super Sunday! Get ready for the event of all events! Super Sunday! The biggest bingo event of the year! And this year, it will be held online on Sunday, December 20th from 6 p.m. You can win $25,000 US! Wow! Yes! US $25,000! Tickets are only $20 US. Available from GoToFed.com or box offices island-wide. And also from our main office at Bro Street Mall. Super Sunday! Super Sunday! Get your tickets early and join the fun and excitement online. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo! The new way to play bingo. Yes!
Leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening. Christmas is happening at Republic Bank. Low interest rate happening. Quick approval happening. Christmas time happening at Republic Bank.
And 2020 on a merry note at Republic Bank as we spread the holiday cheer with our Make It Happen loans. Republic Bank is here to lighten up your spirit with quick approvals and cash prizes valued at over $10,000.
Christmas is happening at Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
The Ministry of Health has responded to claims that a mosquito breeding site exists at the Mungay Chinese housing complex. The chief of the ministry says claims that people are being made ill by an infestation are untrue. Chalona Charles listened in as Minister Nicholas Steele provided a robust response to the allegations.
Viewers of the Ministry of Health's press conference on Sunday tuned in for a COVID-19 update. However, during the question and answer segment, attention was drawn to what was referred to as a new emerging health challenge by journalist Callistra Ferre.
There appears to be a new health challenge emerging with the Culex mosquito. The Ministry of Health currently interviewing patients who are hospitalized and put in a database. That there's a Culex situation developing that's related to the Nawasa sewer treatment facility at the Mungay housing scheme. Can you speak to that, please?
Although Ms. Ferre's statement was not addressed during the press conference, on GBN's Beyond the Headlines program on Monday, Minister of Health Nicholas Steele found it necessary to clarify details about the issue.
Questions that were raised with respect to one of our housing developments and an outbreak of mosquitoes and disease. That is most definitely not the case, confirmed officially by the Ministry of Health. There was an outbreak of mosquitoes, treated the same way that the Ministry of Public Health individuals will deal with any area that they find where mosquitoes are breeding. The mosquitoes in question in this instance were the Culex mosquitoes. The Culex mosquito is not a threat to the public here with respect to any virus. The only virus that the Culex mosquito carries is the West Nile virus. The West Nile virus does not exist in this region. The area was treated because it was an open area with water that mosquitoes breed. It was treated for the breeding of mosquitoes. Full stop. Nothing else.
He said amidst the current COVID-19 concern, there is no room for further uneasiness among the public.
In this time where the public, there is a level of public uneasiness as a whole, I think it is important to dispel any rumors or so that may cause further uneasiness by our members of the public.
Culex mosquitoes can cause diseases such as the West Nile virus in other regions around the world. But unlike the Aedes aegypti mosquito, they do not contribute to the spread of any diseases within the region and are often referred to as the common house mosquito. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
Fun fact, though very small, mosquito is the deadliest animal in the world. Moving on, it's a case of value added. Those are the words of Senator Roland Bola, who took the oath today as the senator for the second time. When he entered the political ring many years ago, Mr. Bola started off in the Senate, ascended to the higher rungs of the political ladder, and later backed away from frontline politics. Today, he filled the vacancy created by the resignation of Miss Kim George. Cherian Blackman-Stephen tells us more.
I, Roland Bola, do swear that I will faithfully bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors, according to law, so help me God.
Delivering his maiden speech on his return to the Senate, having taken his oath of office Tuesday morning, Roland Bola says his presence in the Senate is hoped to add value by bringing a sense of reasoning to the debate.
My return to the House should not be viewed by anyone as a means to create confrontation, but I see myself more in the vein as a member who has come to break some walls that has started to be established and to create bridges to reach across the aisle so that together we can enhance the debate that happens in the House.
Bola replaced former Senator Kim George in the upper house, who resigned in October citing demands of her legal profession and Senate preparation. He told the Senate that while his choice was not to return to serving in this capacity, he hopes his legacy will be a rich one remembered.
President, I just hope that this journey, for whatever length of time it may be, that at the end of it, I would be remembered for or as a senator who came in, who did and performed his duty in a manner that brought significant progress, not just to this House, but to the people of Grenada.
President of the Senate, Chester Humphrey, in welcoming the return of Bola, said he has distinguished himself in the Senate.
And he has broken the genealogical chain of most politicians in that he decided that he believed it was time for him to move on and to become an active mentor for a younger parliamentarian. And on the basis of his own devices, took the necessary steps so to do. In our Caribbean political culture, not many politicians do that.
Ahead of the 2018 general election, Bola announced his decision not to contest the election as caretaker for the St. Andrew Northeast constituency. Having served 4 terms as a parliamentarian, Bola said he wanted to give full attention to the affairs of the new National Party. As a member of the then cabinet, Bola served as minister for various ministries, including youth and sports, agriculture, forestry, lands, and the environment. Cherian Blackman-Stephen, GBN News.
The budget and you, let's talk. This was the basis of the thematic discussion of the National Democratic Congress's virtual town hall meeting on Sunday. The focus was on the delivery of healthcare, the budget, and how it encapsulates the COVID-19 pandemic. The meeting was more so brought under the microscope in light of the COVID-19 spike announced over the weekend. Jared Joseph has this story.
Government's credibility lost and the COVID-19 situation handled based on luck is the way Deputy Chairman of the NDC, Kennedy Roberts, is describing the current situation. He says the budget further emphasized the complacency and lack of any real drive to improve the delivery of health care and build resilience to external shocks.
So we realize that there's need to be consistency in the way we protect our borders. We have to ensure that we put livelihoods before profits, and we have to ensure that the protocols are followed consistently by all and not being biased.
Roberts is lobbying for his party, which he believes can change the method of healthcare delivery while motivating frontline health workers.
So this budget does not really change anything in terms of the reality of the Grenadian people in terms of access in healthcare. Grenadians are still having to pay a tremendous amount out of pocket. We still see on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, people have to be raising funds to seek health care.
Economist Lennox Andrews, who was also on the panel for the virtual meeting, is resolute that the budget is incomplete and unbalanced. Lacking the financial aspect, Andrews is also concerned about the productive sectors which support our local economy.
COVID is saying to us that even while an economy focuses on its competitive advantage, it should simultaneously focus on production for domestic consumption. In other words, we should have a strong domestic economy by which we could depend on which we could depend on when events of this strong external shock, events of this nature happen.
Data analyst Colin Gilchrist says the budget, which should give hope, is lacking substance and not grounded on the local economic realities. The NDC deputy chairman believes this paints a daunting picture, especially for our health system. He is advocating for a drastic improvement in health services and the motivation of personnel.
And because of COVID, we've seen how they have stepped up in the interest of the country. And now we're seeing this situation with Sandals that can have a devastating impact, but we just have to hope and pray that people are going to take it seriously. And if you do not have to go out there, don't. Try to minimize your interaction with persons who are not within your space. And if you are aware of your contact with persons who have been identified as positive now, stay indoor and do your self-quarantine and inform the Ministry of Health soonest.
Some of the panelists agree that an adjustment can still be made to allay the fears of the people. I am Jared Joseph for GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what's been creating a buzz on social media. Trelawna Charles has been looking around the platforms.
Demonstrates the grave danger we face from this dreaded disease.
Viewers on GBN's Facebook page shared their views on the situation. Vanessa said, Mr. Prime Minister, if most of COVID-19 was from the hotel industry, then you've got to look at your border structure. Lincoln suggested just let Sandals pay some money up front so we could pay for all this contact tracing and testing. Sandals hardly pays much tax anyway in the Caribbean territories in which it operates. Another individual asked, is it worth to have the ports open for a few dollars and risk the lives of others? Masha commented, this leadership appreciates Sandals, giving them flexibility, and the local man has to tighten his belt. Meanwhile, Alpha said, I wonder if Sandals would assist in paying stimulus for those small businesses that would be affected. It's all you that bring the COVID, not the jab. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. As always, if you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, remember to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN EyeSaw lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN EyeSaw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew
you feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
The year of the peculiar continues. We've been on the receiving end of some otherworldly eyesore submissions. From our collection of oddly shaped plants and fruits and vegetables growing in the least common of places, we feature a pumpkin growing from a vine in a tall tree. The pumpkin is far from reach and a long way from its normally grounded base. Send us your eyesore photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platform.
I guess when it's heavy enough, it might drop, right? Anyways, y'all, more to come. And of course, a new playground and bus shelter in St. Andrew.
Them coconuts, rum lemon, passion fruit, sorrel, even the exotic spicy rum. Ah, the flavored rums of Grenada Distillers Limited. Class coat? Yes, girl. They are all produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited in Woodlands. You know, all their rums are world-class and internationally acclaimed, winners of numerous gold medals. The spicy rum and Grenada's #1 rum. We drink it on sport, add a little flavor to your life.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
The management and staff of Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
Grenada Electricity Services Limited advises shareholders and other stakeholders about the postponement of its 61st annual general meeting, originally scheduled for Thursday, 17th December 2020. The decision to postpone the meeting follows the recently announced COVID-19 cluster. We apologize for any inconvenience and will provide further updates.
It's new, innovative and classy, and it cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
This Christmas, we need the good vibes more than ever. At LA Purcell, shop all new selections at our home goods, appliance, and hardware stores. Brighten things up at our color center with paint to put the finishing touches on the industry's best building supplies. Last but not least, our annual yard sale is on again for 2 weeks at the LA Purcell car park in town and 3 weeks at our Riverwood store, both starting December 5th. Come and name your price. And remember, Purcell's motto is cash if you have it or credit if you want it.
Do you
want to win loads of prizes this Christmas with BIP? Join our Spin to Win promotion to win exciting prizes daily. Here's how. Go to the Discover section of the BIP app. Search for the Spin to Win channel and click follow. Once you have followed the channel, click the Spin Now button, choose your device type, select your country, and wait for the wheel to start spinning. Be quick. When your wheel lands on the correct prize of the day, screenshot the prize and send your screenshot to the Spin to Win chat to enter the promotion. Click the Daily Updates button to get updates on the prize you are required to spin for each day, and also to know if you are the lucky winner of the day.
A Merry Christmas, spin and win with BIP.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform. Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Christmas in Grenada plus Flow equals a tablet for your family. Get a Samsung A7 tablet for only $80 when you add your mobile to your home services bundle. Save 50% on your mobile bill and spend the holidays connected with faster internet speeds. Call us today at 1-800-804-2994 and sign up.
Residents of Mount Horn St. Andrew will soon benefit from a playground and bus shelter as part of the Aspire project. The work will be undertaken by ABC contractors who will be assisted by recently CVQ Level 2 certified youngsters in the area of general construction.
Young persons from the community of Mount Horn St. Andrew who recently completed Level 2 CVQ certification in general construction will now undergo an internship. It will entail the building of a playground and bus shed for residents of Mount Horn St. Andrew. In 2019, 25 young persons from the community graduated from the 11-month training, which covered general construction, hospitality, arts, and other areas under the Division of Youth Development Project ACE, Actively Committed Empowered. Project ACE is funded by the government of Grenada and the Caribbean Development Bank, the CDB, and is part of the Aspire project. On Saturday, a team comprising personnel from the Division of Youth Development, Ministry of Social Development, Project ACE interns, and Andre Belfon contractors visited the proposed site for the playground and bus shed. It was an opportunity to meet and assess plans for the project. Member of Parliament for St. Andrew North East and resident of Mount Horn, Honorable Delman Thomas, says the project will assist in bringing the community together in a safe, stable environment.
We know of a number of issues and challenges that confront this area, and so that project really brings hope for these young people, being able to assist them with skills and do job also, so they are able to interact in a work environment. And so we are hoping that after the completion of this program, that these young people will be able to find gainful employment across Grenada.
As Project ACE targets juveniles, youth at risk, their families and communities, and is designed to build resilience against factors impacting vulnerable segments of the population. During training, special emphasis is placed on life skills, literacy and numeracy skills, and small business training. Training facilitator for general construction was ABC Contractors Training Center and Consultancy. The company's CEO, Andre Belfon, said the project will be done in 2 phases, which will begin in January with the construction of the bus shed.
What the scope of work entails is that we first of all have to do some excavation, leveling, filling, of course. Then we plan to do some tire retaining walls, so hold up the back wall. You notice the wall there is not necessarily the best, so we have to do some additional reinforcements to the reinforcement of the concrete wall. And then of course we would install most of the furniture. When we say furniture, we're talking about site furniture. So we're talking about the swings, basically the things that goes into the playground.
Interns Kinder Murray and Junior St. Paul say they are extremely proud of their accomplishment. $12,000 has been allocated for the project. From the Division of Youth Development, I am Communications Officer Eugenia Peters.
Lights are off at the Christmas at the Point. In light of recent events surrounding the outbreak of COVID-19 cases in the community, the Rotary Club of Grenada has made the decision to temporarily suspend Christmas at the Point and close with immediate effect public access to Quarantine Point Recreational Park until Friday, the 18th of December 2020. In close consultation with the public health authorities, the lit park will reopen this Friday at 5 p.m. for the viewing of the lights, and a full team of COVID safety personnel will be prepared to receive patrons. Once reopened, the club and park wardens will continue to operate in accordance with the COVID-19 safety protocols. Patrons who have purchased passes to the Christmas at the Point for this upcoming week will be able to use their parking passes once the park has reopened on the weekend. Stay with us. The weather and sports are up next.
Food is fundamental, and at Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, we source premium quality wheat and other ingredients, so you get the best results in the kitchen, bakeries and farms. For over 35 years, we've supplied Grenada with the finest flour and animal feed. The tastiest cakes, pastries or breads are baked with the region's finest flour. Buy the products you've trusted for all these years. Baker's Pride, Supreme and Sunshine Flour. Get the best from your farm animals with our master mixed feed brands. Support local. Buy products that are made in Grenada. Call us on 440-2954 or visit us at Mount Gay St. George or check our Facebook page. Caribbean Agro Industries Limited, a subsidiary of ADM. Unlocking nature, enriching life.
This holiday season, let Juve bring you 100% joy with its magical chocolate products. Holidays from the management and staff of Juve Chocolate. Juve Chocolate, raise your bar.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Hey man. Well man, that's you make that trip. Why doing all this more?
Things tight since COVID, you know. And Christmas coming, the toys to build, and my house and my car to repair, and the wife want to look with and what you want me to do?
I'm expected to do all that with mud.
Well, what you want me to do?
Why don't go down my communal? You don't have to pay them until January. They have 20,000 in giveaway giving away, and the interest rate low.
And listen to me, I try them orders and them people do who they want them on.
Well, watch, like you have more in your ears. Choose your loan at communal, giving you the money for what you want to do. It's a loan for you.
You know what? I'll give them a little try.
Listen. Where you going on this mud? Don't need it. Leave the mud, man. When you go down there, the rate's low. Low.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Do you want to win loads of prizes this Christmas with BIP? Join our Spin to Win promotion to win exciting prizes daily. Here's how. Go to the Discover section of the BIP app. Search for the Spin to Win channel and click follow. Once you have followed the channel, click the Spin Now button, choose your device type, select your country, and wait for the wheel to start spinning. Be quick. When your wheel lands on the correct prize of the day, screenshot the prize and send your screenshot to the Spin to Win chat to enter the promotion. Click the Daily Updates button to get updates on the prize you are required to spin for each day, and also to know if you are the lucky winner of the day.
A Merry Christmas, spin and win with BIP.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Today was pretty sunny. Let's see what tonight will bring. Tonight's minimum temperature is 22 degrees Celsius. The weather is generally fair with a low chance of some brief isolated showers. Winds are east-northeasterly to easterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet in open water. There are no warnings. Tides low at 11 p.m. and high at 4:45 a.m. For Wednesday, mostly fair in the morning, increasing in cloudiness in the afternoon with a medium chance of some light showers. On Thursday, partly cloudy with occasional isolated showers during cloudy spells. And on Friday, partly cloudy with a low chance of a few brief morning showers. That's it for your weather forecast right here on GBN. In sports, the second test against New Zealand, West Indies was dismissed for 317. For this and more, let's head over to TV6 with James Saunders.
It's the same old sad story as the West Indies suffered an innings and 12 runs defeat at the hands of host New Zealand. Well, that's in the second and final test with a day to spare. Resuming their second innings on 244 for 6, the Caribbean side, well, they were dismissed for 317 with 61 from skipper Jason Holder and 57 from debutant keeper batsman Joshua De Silva. Neil Wagner and Trent Boult took 3 wickets each. We've got the sorry tale from Wellington.
The West Indies resumed day 4 on 244 for 6, still needing 85 to avoid an innings defeat. Joshua De Silva was on 25 and skipper Jason Holder 60. Holder got a pitch of a delivery from Tim Southey and departed for 61. That ended an 82-run partnership. Alzari Joseph joined De Silva and the lad from Antigua played a cameo. Their stand was worth 30 runs for the 8th wicket.
What a shot that is. It's far from a genuine tail ender.
But Joseph was caught behind for 24, giving Southey his second scalp. De Silva was getting closer to his maiden 50 in his first test.
Oh, it's a good shot. He's going to pick up 4 more.
And the keeper batsman got there with this single. What a momentous occasion for the 22-year-old.
On debut.
Then the Trinidad and Tobago cricketer hammered one past Daryl Mitchell to the boundary. De Silva was legged before to left-arm pacer Neil Wagner for 57, and the end was near. Wagner castled Shannon Gabriel for a duck. Both Wagner and Trent Bolt finished with 3 wickets each as the West Indies were bowled out for 317. That gave New Zealand victory by an innings and 12 runs, and with it, a 2-0 series win. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
All right, it's back to the overcrowded drawing board, and our West Indies skipper Jason Holder said his team was good in patches. However, that certainly was no compliment from the all-rounder from Barbados.
It was another abject display by the West Indies, who lost to New Zealand in under 4 days in Wellington by an innings and 12 runs. That resulted in a 2-0 sweep in favour of the Black Caps. During the press conference, the first 3 words from Windies skipper Jason Holder summed up the team's performance.
Good in patches. Obviously, I thought our bowlers were outstanding. Just tough that we didn't take our opportunities when they came. It just shows, if you give quality players, 2, 3, 4 hands in one test match, they'll make you pay for it. And then when we batted in the first innings, we just definitely didn't set up the game well. The pitch was a really good pitch.
There were some positives in the match for Holder. After making a paltry 131 in the first innings, the Windies were able to put 317 on the board after following on.
But I was really, really pleased to see the fight in the second innings. The way John Campbell went about it, I gave him that support because I thought, he was just shaping to put something together quite big for us, and it just wasn't coming off. But it was good to see him, knuckle down again, go through the same processes and get a score. We would have liked him to go on a little longer, but still pleased the way he went and applied himself. Likewise, Joshua De Silva in the second innings. I was really pleased with both debutants actually.
New Zealand stand-in captain Tom Latham praised his batsmen for putting runs on the board, and also the bowlers, since the Black Caps made the Caribbean side follow on in both test matches.
To put a team back in twice in 2 test matches was not going to be easy for the bowlers in terms of the demand on their body, but they kept coming time and time again and did the job with the ball yesterday, and then today was outstanding. So I think clinical is probably a good word to use for it.
New Zealand are 3rd on the ICC Test Championship table, while the West Indies are 7th. Vinod Narwani, TV6 Sport.
In around the globe, we move to Guyana. The death of a 23-year-old carpenter is being treated as murder. His body was found Monday morning with a stab wound, and his mother wants justice. Here is more from Travis Chase.
The body of 23-year-old Andrew Willis, called Gandhi, was discovered Monday morning on the Bachelor's Adventure Access Road on the east coast of Demerara with a gaping stab wound to the neck. Willis's mother, Mohini Sukar, told Nightly News that her son did not return home Sunday evening, and she was informed of his death by villagers who saw her son's body on the roadway.
You
he just normally come home every night and sleep, but last night he didn't come home.
So could you tell us what happened to your son?
Well, this morning, three boys come and they say, if the son them they home, I say, yes, one they home and one didn't come home last night. So he said, if you could put on a slipper and come and see if his son lie down. So the small one was getting made for ready for go to work, and I tell you, say, boy, ice pressure and heart case, and if anything happened with my son, tell me, because I can't go and see him. And then the little boy then said thing, and then the little brother come up the road, and he think of myself, Mommy, so let the boy lie down on the road. He say his brother died.
Nightly News understands that Willis had left home Sunday afternoon to attend the five-a-side football competition at Bachelor's Adventure. After that competition, police were told, Willis went to visit his girlfriend at Paradise. He left his girlfriend's home at 11 p.m. to head home.
He's not a bad man, he don't trouble people. He's work, he's the mechanic, he just the laborer. He don't trouble people, he's very peaceful and willing. I don't know what the reason people got to kill him.
Police are yet to determine whether the 23-year-old was killed during a robbery, but the lawmen say they are actively working on the case, while his grieving mother wants justice for her son's killing.
Well, I want is justice for my child. I want justice, see. I want justice, and I want the police to do their work so we could know who killed my son.
Several persons were interviewed by the police. No CCTV cameras are installed in the area, while no arrests over the killing of the 23-year-old have been made. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Ahead of the rollout of a new digital phone app that allows government COVID-19 contact tracers to keep tabs on home quarantine patients, MBC Prime got reaction on your thoughts on the high-tech surveillance gear.
On December 10th, health authorities revealed part of their strategy to manage suspected COVID-19 patients under home quarantine involves high-tech electronic monitors and a smartphone app called 758 Care Alert. With the 758 Care Alert app installed on a smartphone or other digital devices, government COVID-19 contact tracers will be able to follow the movement of home quarantine patients.
Well, we're not doing the ankle bracelets. We're doing the wristwatches.
Breaches to home quarantine have been a sore point for the island's health authorities. The new surveillance tech, they say, will support government's public health protocols by giving them an extra pair of digital eyes to keep tabs on quarantine patients.
That's it for the probe around the globe. Stay tuned, we have more. A recap of the headlines. Information void as Health Ministry fails to provide update on COVID-19 tests. 30 people placed in quarantine on the Sister Isle. Government accused of double standards in the wake of COVID cluster at Sandals. Trade unions tell the government no workers should lose wages or suffer any loss because they are put out of work following Sandals' COVID-19 scandal. Health Ministry says claims of people getting ill because of mosquito infestation at Mount Gay are untrue. And Roland Bola is back where he started with a vow to add value to senatorial discourse. In Around the Globe, St. Lucia gets COVID tracking app. And in sports, West Indies dismissed in second test against New Zealand for 317. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd. Check out our Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Chrislyn Lashington. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.